Hello, guys. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Natasha.
And we were wondering,
are you free for coffee?
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, guys. Welcome back.
Listen, we have a really good hot topic today.
This one's good.
Platonic parenting. I don't know if you guys have heard of this term before, but CNN's Van Jones, who is divorced with 2 sons, I did not know this. This is news to me. He wanted another kid. And he discovered that his friend, Noemi, I believe is how you pronounce it, she also wanted a baby. So they decided to join forces to become conscious co-parents. Platonic co-parenting is already well established in LGBTQ communities and has become a topic of conversation among straight people in recent years. So we want to talk to y'all about it. What do you think?
What are your thoughts?
I kind of did a pros and cons type thing. You know, on the pro side, there's little chance of a breakup. Whereas if it's a romantic thing, it may work, it may not.
It may not, yeah.
So that's a pro. I would imagine there would be an equitable division of duties. Whereas,
where sometimes in marriage, that's not the
case. You know, there's a topic during the holidays about the unpaid labor of women.
Yes.
Fuels these holidays.
Yeah.
You're decorating and cooking and all the things. You're making it happen, where a lot of times the men are not. But in this case, if you are not romantically involved and you're just divvying everything up, I would think it would be equitable.
I agree. I totally agree.
And I think you could look at it
may even be better balanced.
Objectively.
Yes.
Like you're better with XYZ and I'm better with ABC. So you do that. Whereas in a romantic relationship, it doesn't always work like that. And you'd be sharing monetary responsibilities, which would be a plus. I guess that's,
Again, I mean, if you look at how child support is set up, I would think, again, this would be better balanced.
Yes. I don't think child support is enough. Usually.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. This would be
better
balanced. I think that, a friendship is still a relationship, so like any relationship, it can still dissolve. I would think this is something you would go into really, really putting some thought into, those specifics. Your beliefs on finances, your beliefs on religion, your beliefs on discipline. And, but I think sometimes that's easier to discuss with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
The dating high isn't there. And the dating high is very dangerous when it comes to reproducing. Because
it clouds reality.
It clouds reality. You're in these rose-colored glasses.
Reproducing, just in general.
Yeah.
You're just
spending money
you're in that
time.
fog.
You are.
So you're not really seeing everything.
And I actually think this would be better for that.
Okay, my big con is if one of the parents becomes involved in a romantic relationship.
Yes.
Then what happens? It happens if you were, in a divorce, say, and you divorce and then either partner gets remarried. So it does happen where you bring new people into the family.
That seems like that would just be a legal minefield. I mean, you're just, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
The only thing with this on the pro side is probably wouldn't be a jealousy thing. When sometimes in a divorce and you're bringing
it's platonic.
There's so many feelings in it. Your feelings are all in it. So you can't really step away. Where this, your feelings aren't in it like that.
Yeah. I think my only concern would be that kind of step parent-ish dynamic. That would be I feel like that would be a hard role for me in a way. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's
for the person coming in.
For the person coming in.
Well, yes and no. On one hand, on their side too, with the person coming in, the jealousy's not there. You're not worried about, does this person still have feelings for their
You're right.
ex?
You're right.
Because
Because
there never
that was
were.
never the thing.
Yeah. So
Huh.
that would make it easier to come into the
That's
situation.
true. That is true.
And you'd probably have a lot more open heart.
And you know what? The rules, the times, the everything, like you said, is probably already better outlined.
Yes.
You're not stepping
legally.
Into that mess.
There's probably a lot of legal.
Now that's the thing. I'm hoping people are doing this with some legal parameters in place.
But isn't Van a lawyer? I want to say he is. I believe
Van
he
Jones?
is. Van Jones. I'm sorry.
He might be.
So I'm sure he got that down. I would imagine.
Yeah.
So
and he has other kids. I didn't realize that.
Me either.
But he has other kids. So he knows how sticky this can be. I don't think that he went into this willy-nilly. You know what I mean?
No, I'm sure a lot of thought went into it.
You are correct. He is an attorney.
Yeah. So
I did not realize
he's got all kinds of stuff. And we don't know Noemi. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
You know what? And he didn't give your last name. He values
that's her
privacy,
first name.
So we don't know.
So I'm sure everybody's taken care of with that. It was just so interesting to me that he wanted a child, and he's a cute guy.
He's very handsome.
Looks
amazing for his age.
I don't think it would be for lack of a partner that he couldn't find somebody to be a baby mom. I'm sure he could, but I guess this is probably a lot cleaner.
I think this was I really think for him it was probably a really intelligent approach. Like he said, during COVID, he became really clear, like, man, I really want another baby. And then he found out that his friend wanted to have a baby, and they just joined forces.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's, I'm having a hard time finding cons, guys. I know y'all probably like, Natasha's quiet. I'm here. I'm just having a hard time finding cons because a lot of the mess that comes out of divorce or separation is already not there. Like, so much of that is not the case. I mean, like anything, someone now, like for him, maybe having to change where he lives because of because of him doing broadcasting and stuff.
I guess that's what my biggest question is, the living situation. Do you live together? Do you live close by each other?
Right.
Is it just kind of like a divorced couple where, I get the kid Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we switch Sunday, however, or is it a real... Especially when they're little.
They're little, yeah. They're tiny.
Are we just going to join forces and live together, or how is that going to work?
Yeah,
I have questions about that.
The logistics of that.
Yeah, just really. The good thing about it, especially for a woman, is it lifts that waiting. Because so oftentimes your biological clock is ticking. You have a finite period of time to conceive.
Yes.
To be healthy, for the baby to be healthy, all the things.
For you not to get pegged as you're having a geriatric pregnancy.
Right. So that lifts
bullshit,
this. Like, okay, I'm ready. He's ready. I'm not waiting on Mr. Right.
And I guess, yes.
So this is person.
And the fog. There's no fog. You get to walk into
trust
this clear
person.
field.
He's a good person.
And I'm going to say
he must have qualities that you like. You could see in a child. You'd have to do all that.
Right. And I'm going to say this. I feel like this is safer than doing sperm donors. I was just reading a story about this poor
There's
young
horror
man
stories
who battled with addiction and mental health issues. And then they found out that the biography that they got for the sperm donor was incorrect. The last two numbers were switched on the profile. So all these years later, they get this letter and it's like, hey, this was wrong. This is actually the biography. We know this clinic has closed. We just wanted you to have it. And every diagnosis was the same. They took their lives at the same age.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, it was just really, really, really dark and horrific. And it was just like, I feel like you get to know more about the person
Well,
because
and
you're
then
interacting with
with
them.
the sperm donor, you're on your own.
You're on your own.
I mean, that's a
And a lot of
donation.
times
That's just
there's
a
not good medical
physical,
history.
biological, and
Yes.
they have no contact with the child. At least with this, you would have help. Your true
Yeah. And
partners.
we talked about this in February, knowing your medical history. Well, now you get to talk to him.
Right.
What's your medical history? I'm sure this
Right.
child gets to, I would hope they get to see aunts, uncles, grandparents, etc.
I guess that's my question. How involved is it? How involved do you get? Like, are families involved? Do you bring, of course, the grandparents? And I mean, how much do you tell people?
I guess I feel like you would treat it the same. Am I being over like wishful here? I guess.
Like, how much time do you spend together? That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's like, of course you'd be free to date or to find someone, but how much time would you have to do that? But then how much time would you have
if you were divorced
with a baby,
right.
with a little,
right? So
you just wouldn't have a lot of time anyway.
And I kind of wonder, are some people arriving at this decision? And this is not, I'm not tying this to him or this situation. I'm saying these situations in general. They're not looking for a relationship. You can want to have children and not be interested in the messiness and the work that is a relationship.
I think with this, you can separate who you want to have a family with and who you want to be romantically involved with.
Because
and they could be two different people.
Is fine.
Two different people.
Right.
And so this is my baby's father.
Maybe who you enjoy romantically would not be the best mom or would not be the best dad.
Yeah.
This gives you that option.
It does. It really does.
And is it even that new? I mean, I don't know. I was once very immersed in the gay community, and now,
well, that's what they're saying, that it's very well established.
Yeah, I was like, this is not a first. Like,
no. And probably in some degree in heterosexual circles, I'm sure it has been done.
How many people have
But we just don't know. People don't talk about it.
It may be a little different, but I think about people having a baby for their sister because their sister had fertility issues. This is not uncommon. You read books about this. Now that the situation's a little different, but not really. Like it's not really that different.
I have mixed feelings about it,
So do you have a vote? Do you have a vote on?
I mean, I think I could do it. I think I could. A couple of things. If they don't fall in love, if they don't, because that kind of, when you go through something so intense with somebody, you could develop feelings for them. I think you could. So there's a danger. There's definitely
danger there.
One could develop the feelings, the other one doesn't. That's kind of a thing.
That is assuming that that's the team all parties involved are playing for. That we don't
know. There's some risk.
Yeah.
There's some risk with your heart, I think.
If I have a baby with Van Jones, I'm telling you, I'm falling in love. But he didn't pick me, y'all. That's why.
Well,
that's why he didn't pick me.
The thing is, just like even if you are romantically involved with your parental partner, it's forever if you have a kid. Even when we fall out, I don't like you, you don't like me.
Yeah.
I still have to come in contact with you to some degree because we have this child.
Yeah.
So it's going to be that.
But I do wonder if it would be as messy. I guess to me, would that...
If you don't develop feelings. That's there's the sticky wicket. If you can keep from developing those kinds of feelings.
If this is like an artificial insemination type of thing, I wouldn't develop feelings. Now, if we're having sex together to make a baby, I just might.
But you can do that and not have feelings. Come on.
Well, some people can.
You can, but if you're friendly with this person, it might be hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how the logistics, what they're doing.
But I get what you're saying because I've always told my husband, I thought that I loved you as much as I could until I saw you be a father. Like, I remember waking up one night, I was just in pain and exhausted, and your boobs hurt, your cookie hurt, everything is just, your body hurts. Your body. Like, you feel like you've been hit by a fucking Mack truck, And I hear this faint noise and I'm coming to, and I see the lamp is on and my husband has the baby and he's warmed up like the little bit of breast milk I could muster, because who loves pumping? Not your girl. Okay. And we'll probably do a whole little series on that, but that's not something I enjoy. And he was just like, hey, your mommy needs sleep. She worked so hard to get you here. And I mean, like, and I just remember I was just crying. So he turns around, he's like, did I wake you up? I was like, no, it's just so sweet. You know, you're still coming off of all the hormones.
Yes.
And I told him, like, I think one of his first Father's Day cards, I was like, I thought I loved you as much as I could until I saw you as a dad. And a door opened and he became another person. And even though we've known each other forever, I mean, my husband and I have known each other a long time. It was like, whoa.
Well, just somebody being there for you in that
and
very,
I can see where you might develop
kind of
feelings.
in the foxhole type thing, and somebody's there with you in the trenches.
Yeah, that could get messy.
Feelings come up.
Yeah,
so,
that could get messy.
Yeah,
I see that.
I kind of have a little something with
but
that.
But maybe not. Maybe, maybe this is just like, I'm not interested in you at all.
I guess the communication.
He's smart and well-spoken, and she's like, this is good sperm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, really.
You just would have to really keep the doors of communication open. Everybody has to be really honest and flexible.
Very flexible.
And things could change. Things could change.
Things do change.
You know, he could find someone, she could find someone, and you're bringing some other people into the fold.
I know.
And everybody's got to be okay with that.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing. It would be uncharted territory.
Yes.
That I would be a little nervous about.
And guys, I really want to hear thoughts on this. Like, I'm going to post a poll. I really want to hear thoughts on this because I think I'm more on the thumbs up than Lisa.
I mean, I am. When I read it initially, like right away, I thought, this is great. Yeah. This is great. I love this. And I still do.
Maybe you've had enough time for some of the cons to
But I just have some
quick
buts. Yeah, I have some but what ifs. Yeah. I do. But not to completely dispel it, but just to say, have you thought about this?
Yeah.
Have you thought about this? Because I could still see it working.
Yes.
And of course, different personalities. You know, there's some people that I could see it working for better than others. You know, some people would be like, no, you need to leave this alone. This is not you. So that would be a thing. But I think it's a great thing. Like I said, it takes those time limits off of everything. Yes. It takes a lot of emotion
definitely removes the fog, and I think that's my biggest
and that's
thing.
A great thing.
It removes the fog
because you need your wits about you if you're going to parent.
Yes,
you need your wits about you.
And if you're thinking clearly about who you have decided to procreate with, a lot of people, bless y'all's hearts, y'all just didn't think about who you were procreating with, and there are some people right now listening thinking, yeah, she's right. You know, the fog was there, the heart eyes were there. And
the estrogen makes you do stuff. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's why when you go through menopause, the fog lifts.
Yeah.
But it could work. It could work. There's a few exceptions, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up.
I think it could work. And having said that, a lot of people listening to us, you know, that who you have children with and your soulmate might not be the same person.
Yep.
So with this, I think you're saying that.
Yeah.
Like this person is not really my person in that way, in that romantic, sexual way, but they're my person for having my family.
Yes, I think they're a phenomenal
And that
father.
happens. We know that with divorce. You know, it might not have worked out, but you had beautiful children together and you can successfully co-parent. But that person wasn't your soulmate. And then maybe later you meet your soulmate that you don't have children with. And everything's okay.
Right.
So I think you're just doing that up front. Like I know I'm walking into it with my eyes open.
Yeah.
This is not that kind of a thing.
Right.
But I respect this person. I can count on this person in this way.
Right.
And we can do this.
And I feel like as the new person coming in, I can say, like you said, it's a little easier. There was no romance there.
Right.
So if you are a person, you're okay with dating someone who has a child, this would probably be your easiest rodeo. because
it would
all of the feelings mess, that's not even there.
No.
That's not. And they can give an opinion. They can, and they probably will. They're co-parenting together, but it's not the messiness. It's not, I wouldn't think it would be the jealousy. If the time has already been divided appropriately, living has already been divided appropriately, there's none of this. Well, they get more time than I do. None of that stuff.
And using the kid as a pawn.
All of that would be gone.
Yeah.
And so
I agree.
I would say this. I think it's better than raising kids around an unhappy marriage.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's a sermon y'all are not ready for me to preach.
Well,
but
this is not for the Real Housewives crowd. Let me tell you that.
Yes, no.
This takes a level of maturity that not everybody has.
Humility, maturity.
So that's what I'm seeing with this. This is for grown folks.
Yes.
That's my only.
And people who are honest with their expectations. Because you cannot come into this with some little secrets behind you. You have to lay it out on the table. This is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
This is what
it takes honesty, trust, some integrity.
Yes.
All the things
yes.
for this to be successful. But I can see it being successful.
Yeah.
But just for certain people. Yeah. But it's a great thing. Yeah. I'm happy for him.
Me too. In this case, we do not
and
know
for Noemi.
Yeah. We don't know the age of his partner.
Hope they have a little girl because he's got 2 boys.
They did have a girl.
Oh, they did. The baby's here. I guess I didn't read that.
I think I just read that they had a girl.
Oh, that's perfect, isn't it?
But I just think, he's been married. He's had kids. And I almost feel like that's a great person to go at it with. Someone who, he's not disillusioned.
Right.
He is not in la la land about this.
You have some experience because, which Natasha said, we're going to do a upcoming episode on that. You who are new to babies and parenting, it is intense. So if you've done that,
and this is not a scare episode.
No,
it's not
no. But
it's just the reality.
Yeah. So if it was somebody that had not done that, I might say, maybe not. Not sure.
Yes.
Not sure.
Because you just think you don't know the kind of support you're going to need.
Right. But this is somebody who's gone through this. So, we don't know about Noemi. I don't know if she has other children or this is her first. I'm not sure. And that's a question I had too. Say it is your first. So do you make the decision, this is who I have my children with? Yeah. Like irregardless of, if a romantic person comes along, do I just stay with him and have my children? So that's a question I have.
I have a friend girl who has 2 children. I'm trying to be vague here. And very quickly knew first pregnancy, I can't build a life with this person, unfortunately. And so when she let me know that she was expecting, again, there was an excitement, but it was a flatness too, kind of, and I was like, okay, what's the deal? What's up? Because we can speak very candidly. And she told me, she was like, even if I get married, I want my children to have one dad. That's it. That's just my personal choice. And she's from a bit of a blended family, and that just wasn't what she wanted. And so she was like, I'm done after this. Like, I won't have any more kids after this, but I want to have 2 kids.
Okay.
And that I feel like she was mentally in the position to make that decision, for lack of a better term, she knew what she was getting into. But she was where she is. And even at that time, she was where she was, but it was knowingly.
I think if I was in this situation, I would have them very quickly. Yeah. Like, if you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
well, she kind of did.
Maybe 2 and,
they're
a year apart.
They're like 15 months apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of do what you're going to do.
Yep.
And then you could,
so that
then you could
part
be,
of the
it releases you.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So you're still co-parenting.
Yes.
But if I choose to move
baby
on or
rearing.
with another,
I'm not pregnant by you and dating someone else.
Right, because it's kind of, that gets messy. Yeah. That gets messy. Sure. So that was my thought too. Like, if you make this decision, now he's had 2 children. I'm done.
He might be done.
So that was a conversation I'm sure they had to have if this is her first. Right. Like, maybe I want 2 kids.
Right.
And are you down for that?
Right.
And so those types of conversations have to come in. Or am I going to wait for the romantic person and have a kid with him?
Yeah.
And, the whole thing. Yeah. So that's kind of those are the types of things
Those
I
are
was
kind of
thinking
muddy
about.
waters. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But
It's
I
complicated.
feel like the only clarity in that for me is the emotions aren't there. I feel like you can have that conversation when it's not anchored to your cookie. But when it's anchored to your heart and your cookie and your brain doesn't get much say. It just doesn't.
I agree.
It should. But it's outnumbered.
Cloudy.
It's outnumbered 2 to 1.
It is.
Whenever you do it that way. But whenever you're thinking, I really respect this person. This is what I like about them. Yada, yada, yada. I feel like you can if you just take one of those other dummies out, you take the heart out, take the cookie out of the situation, even then it's still a better.
And if you're really good friends, which evidently they
are,
you could have those hard conversations.
Yeah. Hey, you want to have my baby? I mean, like, seriously, you have to be really good friends.
Right. For that. And I wish him the best. I do. Too. I wish him the best.
He's very intelligent.
I hope they're super happy. Yeah. And, who knows? Hopefully they'll keep us posted.
I do hope so.
It's an interesting concept. And I do think it can certainly work. And it does. It gives women a lot of options. Men can father children probably forever.
Probably in the grave.
Although they do say that their sperm, the quality diminishes.
Well, the quality diminishes, but my God, they can still do it at 98.
Well, yeah, they can.
I mean, just the idea.
But women, for sure. Yes. So if you do have a good friend that you feel this way about, that does take a lot of pressure off of you. Yes. And sometimes you make wrong decisions.
Yes.
Or marrying somebody or getting hooked up
just based off of
my
that
clock
rush.
is ticking. Right. So that's this can be a game changer for them.
Yes.
So
I agree.
I give it 2 thumbs up with some exceptions.
Yes. I mean, maturity levels pending. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Yes.
I definitely do.
Email us. And hit us up. Let us know what you guys think about it. It was so interesting to me.
I have to.
Really was.
So, can I cheat? Like, can Van Jones be my sexiest man?
He really is,
he
y'all.
Is so gorgeous.
He really is. Which that was my biggest surprise because I'm thinking, what? Van?
But that's the thing. He's so intelligent. This was well thought out.
Well, yeah, like he's not going to cloud his stuff either. Yeah, like I'm thinking with my friend, this brain.
Trust me, if he wanted a girlfriend, there would be no issue.
And he might have a girlfriend. We don't know.
He might. And then I know women that do not want children. So imagine. I think that could be a win too. If you don't want to birth a child or you don't want to be a full-time mom, this is another agreement that would work out very well for you.
Yeah, there are lots of scenarios.
Like you're literally the fun Christmas mom.
Right.
And that's
the bonus mom.
The bonus mom. And that could just be where you want to be.
That's where you want to do. Yeah.
But actually, not that he is not gorgeous, because my God, he is. But another person I want to give shout outs to for my sexiest man alive this week is Wiz Khalifa. So Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose, I can't remember if they were married or not. I don't remember that, but they do have a son. And they are so very respectful of one another online. And he has defended her in interviews, and she has done the same for him. They really put up a very cohesive, united front.
That's awesome.
Anytime their son's birthday just passed, and he had like an anime, like trampoline park type of thing. And they just, you don't feel any tension. You don't see any tension. And like I said, even in like podcast interviews, radio interviews, they went to say, and he shuts that shit down. Like he is quick to shut it down. And I really, really, really respect that.
I love that.
So
I love that. I love to see grown-ups being grown-ups. Love
and
that.
And he said once, he was like, we didn't have, like, he said something to the effect of, we tried for a baby, we had a baby, and that's our responsibility. All the rest of it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I do really like that. And she has since then moved on, and she's had another child, I also believe is also a boy, with her current partner. And they all seem to commingle and co-parent.
That's
very
awesome.
Well.
So great.
That's my shout out to Wiz Khalifa.
Okay, I am picking Sterling K. Brown.
Ooh,
I just love him. Do you guys watch This Is Us?
I do not.
She's the only one.
I can't. I'm like the only one in the world. Yeah. I can't. But he is handsome.
This is the last season, so you.
It's like they're done.
You'll be able. That's what you like.
Like
to do.
they're done.
Yes, after this.
Oh.
So now, then you'll be able to get.
I mean, there's some loyal
fans.
fans.
Yeah. He's just, I love him. I love him as an actor.
Yeah.
He's super cute.
Yeah.
Always in awesome roles.
He seems like he'd be someone nice to meet.
He does. But I'm robbing the cradle. I told y'all I just had to step outside my comfort zone. We're gonna have to do Sexiest Man Once Alive this week. Because I have a lot of them, but they're no they need to be
here.
Alive. They need to be alive. There's enough living people, Tasha, in the world that you can find this week.
Guys,
somebody
in April, I'm
crush
switching
for the week.
I'm switching to women because I am out of it. I am really out of it. And there's some of you out there that are sexy. I'm gonna start fucking getting characters. Like this character on this show. I don't like him in real life, but I like the character. I mean,
that works. That works.
We might
when he plays this part,
we might do a character
cute.
edition. Yeah, like you are so hot.
That's funny.
As Jim on The Office. Well, actually, I mean, I've already picked. I think I've already picked.
He's hot everywhere, though.
He is hot. He is. So is Steve Carell.
I watched It's Complicated. Remember he was the boyfriend / fiance.
Wait, I have to rewatch this. That is him.
And he's so cute. He's just adorable.
I
love him. Tall,
funny,
lanky, that's your jam.
Lanky, that's it. Those are the magic words for me. You say those words and I'm like, what's up?
She
what's
perks right up.
Perk right up. I've had some Folgers in my cup at that moment because those are the magic
so
words.
Funny.
But yeah, Sterling K. Brown is really a good one. And I like his smile. I like
And on
him.
This Is Us, he plays a perfect dad. Like, my son Teddy is so funny. Like, what would Randall do?
Oh, that's the guy's name.
That's his name. And it's so funny. We laugh about it, but that's kind of what we, like, he is like the
epitome of a perfect
dad.
Okay.
Perfect dad. So that's why he kind of came to mind. Like, if you're going to have a baby with somebody, have a baby with Randall.
Okay.
Randall is the guy.
Look at you choosing characters.
Yeah.
Choosing characters. No, both of those, major shout out. And for Van Jones and his
good luck. So happy for you.
Parenting partner. We really do wish you all the success
little girl.
In the world. Really.
Just
because I mean, what better way than to be absolutely chose? We chose to bring you here. Like even that, there's some esteem.
Your mom,
I chose your mom with careful consideration. We chose to bring you
family.
Here. We chose this family. That's huge.
Awesome.
I think that's huge.
Awesome.
So, well, guys, you do want to know. So we'll post a poll. And you can email us at areyoufreeforcoffee@gmail.com. Guys, send us messages. I really want to know.
Tawana, we're talking to you.
We're talking to you.
You always give us good
Hattie,
feedback.
Because Hattie has great feedback, but she never posted.
Okay,
and
we need to hear
I'm so
from
curious. Till next time, guys.